February. Tuesday. Yesterday in the cafeteria, when I emptied out my lunch bag, I got 2 fruits and no snacks. What the? This was a pretty big problem. Mom always packs cookies or sugar wafers or something in my lunch bag, and it's usually the only thing I eat. So I had no energy for the rest of the day. For example, Mr. Underwood kept me saying at least do 1 pull-up, and I was like, I can't. When I got home, I asked Mom what the deal was with the 2 fruits thing. She said she always buys enough treats to last us the whole week. So one of us boys must have taken the snacks out of the bin in the laundry room. I'm sure Mom thinks I'm the one stealing the snacks. But believe me, I already learned my lesson about doing that. Last year, I took treats out of the bin, but I totally paid the price for it when I opened my lunch bag at school and pulled out Mom's substitute snack, a lousy bag of croutons. Imagine going up to your friends in cafeteria and saying, would one of you gentlemen care to trade something for a pack of croutons? Needless to say, they didn't. Today at lunch, it was the same exact thing. 2 fruits and no snacks. Like I said, I really depend on the boost I get from that sugar. I almost fell asleep in Mr. Watson's class in 6th period. But luckily, I snapped awake when my head hit the back of my chair. Too bad. I shouted, "Wooza!" and everybody snickered. When I got home, I told Mom it wasn't fair. Someone else was eating the treats and I was having to suffer. But she said she wasn't going to go grocery shopping until the end of the week and that I just have to make do until then. That wasn't any help either. When I complained to him, he just made up a penalty for anyone caught stealing snacks, which was no drums and no video games for a week. So, obviously, he thinks it's either me or Roderick. Like I said, it's not me. But I figured Dad might be right about Roderick. When Roderick went up to the bathroom after dinner, I walked down to his room to see if I could find any wrappers or crumbs. But while I was poking around in Roderick's room, I heard him coming downstairs. I had to hide quick because for some reason Roderick gets really bent out of the shape when he catches me in his room, like he did yesterday. I was only stuffing his drumsticks up my nose. Right before Roderick got to the bottom of the stairs, I dove into his desk cabinet and shut the door. Roderick walked in the room, then flopped on his bed and called his friend Ward. Roderick and Ward talked forever, and I was starting to think I might have to spend the night in the desk. Roderick and Ward got into a pretty heated debate about whether or not a person could throw up while standing on their head, and I was started to feeling like I was gonna throw up myself. Luckily, right around then, the phone's battery died. When Roderick went upstairs to get the spare phone, I made a run for it. This snack thing wouldn't even be an issue if I had money. If I did, I could just buy something from the vending machine at school every day. At the moment though, I'm kinda broke. That's because I wasted all my money on some junk I can't even use. About a month ago, I saw these ads in the back of one of my comic books and I sent away for a couple of things that were supposed to totally change my life.
X-ray goggles, see-through walls, metal clothes.
Personal hovercraft, zoom around town on a cushion of air, float 6 feet above the ground.
Print your own money with the cash machine. Insert a blank piece of paper and roll out a $5 bill.
Through your voice, ventriloquism kit.
I started receiving my stuff in the mail about 2 weeks ago. The cash machine turned out to be some stupid magic trick where you have to insert your own money in this secret slot for it to work. And that wasn't good because I was really counting on that thing to get me out of having to find a job when I grow up. The extra goggles just made you see blurry and cross-eyed, so that was a bust too. Bah, 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 bah. The throw your voice thing didn't work at all, even though I followed the instructions in the book. But the item I had the highest hopes for was a personal hovercraft. I figured getting home after school would be a breeze once my hovercraft finally showed up in the mail. Well, I got the package today, but there wasn't a hovercraft inside. There was just a blueprint for how to build a hovercraft, and I got stuck on step 1, which says, Step 1, acquire an industrial twin turbine engine. I just can't believe the people who write those ads can get away with lying to kids like that. I thought about hiring a lawyer to sue those guys, but lawyers cost money, and like I said before, the cash machine was a piece of garbage. Thursday. Today, when I got home from school, Mom was waiting for me and she didn't look too happy. It turns out the school sent him mid-quarter report cards and she got the mail before I could intercept it. Mom showed me the report card and it wasn't pretty. Then she said we were gonna wait for Dad to get home to see what he thought. Man, waiting for Dad to get home when you're in trouble is the worst. I used to just hide in the closet, but recently I figured out a better way to handle it. Now whenever I get in trouble, I ask Grandma to come over for dinner because Dad's not gonna act mad at me if Grandma is around. At dinner, I made sure I sat in the seat right next to Grandma. Luckily, Mom didn't mention my report card during dinner, and when Grandma said she needed to leave to go to bingo, I tagged right along with her. Catch you guys later. Skipping that wasn't the only reason I went to bingo with Grandma. I also went because I needed a surefire way to make some money.